Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Gamma Effect. Back at you again with another video. You will find value in this. So like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let me give you 3 seconds to do that, please. All right, and we're back. Now, very good video that I got going on for you today. I got the compare and contrast between the modern women of the West and the Asian traditional mindset. My goal is to keep this video under 5 minutes, so we're going to get right to it.
Would be like, yeah, like I just don't want to date, like I'm not ready for a relationship. So then like you stop caring as much because they're not ready for a relationship, and then they come at you and you're like, why are you acting different? Is everything okay? Sorry, sir, you have to upgrade the subscription to unload more. So upgrade.
That sort of thinking from women isn't a joke. That's 100% real. Oh, you want something from me in a relationship? Well, what do I get in return? We need to
Okay, this is Alexander Grace. You guys go and take a second and like and subscribe to his video after you finish this one. He's got some great content for just female nature and awareness. So what she's saying is, if you're not giving me what I want, then I'm not really going to do too much. You know, at the end of the day, she said, you got to upgrade your subscription. She wants more. She wants more effort. And she doesn't need to give more effort, but she wants more. That's just how she's wired. Now, this is a female nature thing. Other women, even the traditional Asian women, really have this in common. However, they have a different way of just treating a man. So don't get it twisted. All women kind of have the end goal from a biological standpoint, from a female nature standpoint. They operate with the same evolution, but you know, the Asian women and the traditional country, not just Asian women, traditional women have a whole different way of how they view men, how they treat men, how they take care of men. So we're kind of off chemistry with the modern woman, the Western woman. And although the traditional woman is similar in evolution, she has a whole different approach, which gives us chemistry, because we're still traditional men for the most part, living in a modern technology world, but we still fit our boxes. But if they're not traditional, they no longer fit ours. Let's see what Alexander Grace has to say a little bit. Then we'll move on to the Filipino aspect.
negotiate here. We need to work out terms. I need a contract. I need an ironclad agreement. I'm not just going to give you anything until I know what I'm going to get in return. I'm a woman and I am approaching this relationship with a very practical mindset. But Alexander, this sounds like you're describing a man. Aren't men the ones that are logical and practical? Aren't women like dreamy and romantic? Really? You think women are romantic? Let me ask you this question. When was the last time a woman bought you flowers? When was the last time a woman wrote you a poem or surprised you with a fancy dinner that she paid for? Women are not remotely romantic. I know that it's this cultural myth that just persists and it just won't die, but women are not the romantic gender. If there's any romantic energy on this planet, it exists inside the hearts and minds of men. Women are romantic. No chance, not falling for that one anymore. As a default rule, both genders take a practical approach on issues that relate to their survival. So for men, that has to do with our work, our career. There are some exceptions to this. There are some dreamy, creative guys out there who just, do what they're passionate about. But for the most part, a lot of men approach their career in very logical, practical terms. This is what I'm good at. This is how I can make the most money. This is the best course of action for getting educated, getting hired at the company that I want. They're logical about their career. They approach their jobs and their work with a very practical approach. Some women approach their careers like that, but a lot of women place a lot more emphasis on work-life balance, on enjoying their work, on expressing themselves emotionally, creatively, spending time with people. It's far less likely to be about the status and the money and more about her enjoyment. So why is there this difference between men and women? Why do men approach their careers with such a practical mindset, whereas women are a lot more free-flowing? Well, it has to do with the different evolutionary pressures that each gender was subjected to, because for men, our position, our status, our success often depended on our level of competence, our position in the hierarchy, our status. Why status is important to women and how to use that status in order to make them more attracted to you is actually the topic of my latest Patreon video. You can watch that there. But from an evolutionary perspective, for women, their work, their career, whatever the equivalent of that was back in caveman days, didn't make that much of a difference to her survival. It was a lot more about her social bonds with other women and the kind of man that she partnered herself with. Back when we were living in tribes, existence was brutal, surviving was difficult, and it was absolutely essential that she partnered with a strong, competent, confident man who was going to protect her. But do you see?
Okay, so even in this current, in the female mind, in the current life, even though, you know, we've got a lot of technology, we civilize the world, there's a lot of things that women can do from a career standpoint, and they do emphasize that. It doesn't take away the fact that when they engage a man for a relationship, they are extremely practical, because it's hardwired into their evolution that the man that they choose have a great deal to do with their biology or with their survival, right? And men don't see women the same. Men are still going to survive without women. Men take a romantic notion to women. So it's really quite different. Now, they all see themselves that way. It's just the modern woman has just decided that she doesn't need to respect men, and she can do a lot on her own until she gets above 25, definitely above 28. Then she gets really practical and really motivated because, you know, having children, having family, all that is just not really, I won't say possible, but it's very hard to do without a man, right? So she gets real pragmatic. Now, if you look at the other end of the spectrum on a traditional woman, she's thinking practical as well, but she just has a softer view. She still has respect. Certain organizations, supremacy movements on women's behalf haven't really taken hold there, so it's just a softer and lighter side. But she does date practically, absolutely. So let's take a look at a traditional woman with more of a traditional woman from Asia and see what she says.
Mindset of Filipinas is that if they can date Filipino men that is jobless, that will just make them a single mom and not support them and leave them, why she can't date an older foreigner man who could give her a good genes, who could financially support her and would take care of her?
I think, like,
you see what she said in that quick statement? It's very practical. She's talking about getting genes. She's talking about getting financial benefits and being taken care of. She's looking at the man. She's not looking at a career for those things. And so they have a very practical view as well. But, you know, the only difference is their respect level, how they view the man as head of household, how they treat him, how they take care of him. They still emphasize taking care of him is going to take care of me in the long run. That's the difference with Western women. They just expect it. They're just entitled. They just think you just are lower than them, so you have to do it. So their method to get what they need and want doesn't really have a respect tied to it. Now, the other thing I love about Filipinas are they're fun, and most traditional Asian women. They're fun. They're got a great sense of humor. They will surprise you. They're shy and timid, but every once in a while, they'll pop up and throw a little comment at you that you didn't expect. Check out this one.
Yes, we can eat. You can eat me also, Char.
wow, naughty.
Hold on, what'd she say? Let's run that back real quick.
You're invited here.
Are you really?
Yes, we can eat. You can eat me also, Char.
Wow, naughty.
You're invited here.
Cute little Filipina and her little cute way to flirt with your boy. Nice little, I think this guy's from Australia. Nice man, just kind of wandering around, and that's the reaction he's getting. And if you look at him real close, he's just a normal guy. A little scruffy looking even. He could use a shave. I've seen him in other videos. He's not in great shape. He's just a real normal guy, but he's getting treated like a man and how a man should be treated. They're cute. They're flirty. They offer you hospitality just like it should be. Okay, I went over my goal. I wanted a 5-minute video. It ended up 9 minutes and some odd seconds. So I apologize to you and myself, but it is what it is. I know there's value here. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And the Gamma Effect. We'll see you next time. Peace.